All right, let's get this one on the road, Brock. It is 1st and 10. The first carry here for Ashton Genty. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
Job one of so many D tackles in this league is eat up space. Don't get moved off your spot. But the difference makers, they just not only eat the space, they eat those runners too.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. To the air, Sanders. Has him on the quick hitter. Has some daylight through the 40. He's brought down after a big play. Give him about 19 yards. And it's going to be 1st down Falcons.
You just love that kind of execution because it's able to make an impact, Kate, beyond simply getting the first down. That yardage, that really sets them up now to be aggressive with a new set of downs.
Giving this to Genty. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. Call it 9 yards. Looks like a first for a moment. It's 2nd and 1. Already we're seeing the mind games they can play with personnel. You talk about this all the time, Brock. Looked like a passing set. Left them some room on the ground.
10, 11, heck, even 20 personnel, doesn't matter. Offensively, you get to dictate the terms. Kind of like those pitchers and catchers that once in a while will pitch backwards. Keep your opponent off guard. You know, there's not a lot of tight ends who are true weapons this far down the field. Not a lot of cover guys who can match up with them in terms of size. They tried to get it to him in a spot where he could win it, but no connection to be made.
We'll go with a design keeper. And they get to him and stop him, but not before he picks up the 3 yards they need him. They've got a first.
Some tough running from the leader of the offense right there. Didn't have a ton of room, but he made it work well enough to move those chains.
Now Sanders. That one falls incomplete, but our attention's still behind the line. He got cleaned after that throw and drew the instant flag. So the good work to defend the pass canceled out by a mistake in the pass rush as they get him for roughing the passer. Sanders takes the handoff, now to throw. Headed out right. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be 2nd down.
That may not look like much, and on tomorrow's grade sheet, it'll just be an S for satisfactory, but that's a good decision. Know where to go with the ball, and don't put it in harm's way.
Sanders throwing on 2nd. Hits him on the in route. And give him about 4, nothing beyond the catch, and Hick got there quickly.
I'm not going to lie, I know they got a completion, and completions, you never turn them down, but to make that throw for those yards into double coverage, that is way too much risk for that reward.
They'll air it out on 3rd. And he didn't get enough into that throw. That's low and incomplete, so they're going to be facing 4th down coming up.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
Dicker connects there. And the opening drive of the game ends in 3 points.
Even if it's not a touchdown, well, you're happy to see the offense produce points in the first trip out there this season. For a kicker, kind of nice to start 1 for 1 as well.
On now is Dixon to kick this one away. Fields this one at the 3. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Trey Benson. Small gain there, maybe 3 if he's lucky to begin this drive.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. Now Rodgers. And this throw is going to be incomplete. Third down. All right, partner, testing the perimeter early there. Coverage held up. Could be a tough day for those outside receivers to make an impact.
Okay, partner, testing you here. You've heard me say this a lot. Okay, coordinator's job is to get you man-to-man coverage, and your job is?
To win it. No connection on the last play, and now it's third down. To throw, Rodgers. Got his man, Thomas has it. And he's down as that play goes for 26 big ones. That's good for the first down.
The numbers are pretty clear, Kate. You get explosive plays. Those explosive plays on drives lead to points. You can't ask for a better start offensively.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Rodgers set to pass. Completes another one to Thomas. And he'll be brought down at about the 29. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
That is not easy to do in this league. Consecutive, chunk, explosive plays through the air. This defense is reeling. They're on their heels.
So a new set of downs. Here we go. First and 10. Here's Rodgers. Cut near the goal line. And they take him out of bounds, which means his offense setting up for first and goal.
Tight ends will eat up every one of those opportunities to show and prove they can be chain movers as well. Even as they get more and more recognition in this league, they're still constantly working to prove that they're playmakers too.
From the red zone now. And he will score. Touchdown, Steelers. And that one's got to feel good, Brock. Season off to an excellent start as these guys work to move past. And the kick is no good. An early point after left on the table. Maybe later in this game, it's going to be a moment we look back on. Well, probably still thinking about that missed extra point, partner, but he's got to move past it quick as he gets forward to send this one away. Tootin now on the return. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30.
The Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Falcons getting ready. Here comes first and 10. Play action, Sanders. Buying some time right. Now he takes it. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped.
The positive of that effort, he didn't go backwards, didn't have a negative play. If there was a negative, you didn't get a whole lot done with your legs. Got to be more efficient now on second down.
This is 2nd and 6 coming up. We're through one quarter of this opening weekend of football. We've got a 6-3 ball game. More from Acrisure Stadium after the break. Back for our second quarter. It's Falcons football. They'll have 2nd and 7 to deal with. They go play fake. Now Sanders to throw. And this is going to end up an incomplete pass, partner. So that brings up third down.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
No connection on the last play. Now it's third down. Sanders setting the pass. He's brought down. They got him at the 25. James Pierce. And now a long 4th and 14 upcoming. The Falcons getting ready for the punt. Takes it in at the 26. And they haul him down, but we all saw it. That looked pretty awkward, partner. This flag should be a face mask. So it is indeed a face mask against the defense, and that gives the offense a gift of much improved field position. The worst time for a mistake defensively, and that awards them this 1st and 10. Now an inside give to Benson. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
On the move, headed right. He takes it himself. And he gets it through the midfield stripe and onto the Falcons side of the field.
As a quarterback, Kate, you got to hope that those crumbs don't just lead to the cookie in the passing game. But a short scramble like that may open up a bigger one down the road.
Wonder what's in the playbook here as they come up on 3rd and 11. To throw is Rodgers. It's complete. This is Olave. And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got first down.
First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Rodgers to throw. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And the Falcons have it as he records the first interception of his young career. I love seeing moments like this, Brock. You know he's thought about it for years, and now it is reality. The rookie with his first career NFL interception. He's got to be so excited to take that football home with him.
Yeah, and I wonder, do you think there's still mantles to put it on?
That's a great question.
I don't know. Probably in some glass showcase somewhere, but hopefully just the first of many more to come.
It's Sanders out of the pistol. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
Genty from the gun. Trying to make it happen, but no luck. This goes backwards on first down. Man, great read by the defense there. They attacked, and they found that runner quick.
You look up run blitz by a linebacker, that is in the dictionary right there.
There it is. Tight end reels in the shallow throw. Hit there, and he's forced out. A gain of about 15 before it. And that's going to be good for a Falcons first down.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend? Do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
First down from the 42. To throw now is Sanders. And instead of a receiver, that one finds the ground. Incomplete. It's second down.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this first half so far, it's not met the standard they set for themselves.
Offense going audible this time. This is Genty on second. This is ahead for about 5. Patrick Queen arranging in for the tackle.
Nothing too fancy there. That is just some good physical football from a back who knows how to read his blocks, Kate, keep himself square, and go get those tough yards.
It's a screen play to Genty. And he runs this to the 25 before being brought down. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that is good enough for Atlanta first down.
And the Falcon first down.
Here's Sanders now. It's intercepted by Denzel Ward. And the Steelers turn the interception into a drive starting in enemy territory. He's tackled at the 45-yard line.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at the 45-yard line.
All right, Steelers to the line now. First and 10. Shaking off the pick quickly. He's going to throw. Here's a screen to Benson. Fights his way through a tackle. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line. The Steelers calling their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
First down. First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
All set to go now from the 35. Rodgers will look to throw. Thomas snags it over the middle. Stops there, but that gets them the first. A big gain before the defense got to him. Looks like about 22 yards. Pittsburgh will go ahead and use its second timeout. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half.
First and 10 at the 13-yard line.
They'll come up on 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. And the Russians going to win this rep. They get to him. Will Anderson Jr. And he is quickly on the board with his first of the season. Now just before the break, a timeout taken by the offense. And they could try for some points going into the break. Only time left for one more snap, Brock, so they're going to run out their field goal unit. This from 40 on the right hash. Pressure coming from the right edge, and they block it! That's halftime of this contest. We'll join both teams in taking a short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports in just a moment. We'll see what the first half adjustments of the season are as they're teed up, and away we go in our second half. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
And no, you're not seeing things wrong, folks. They are, in fact, lining up to punt on first down. And hey, at least he held onto the football, but they will get nothing on that return. Atlanta about ready to go now. 1st and 10. They'll go play action for Sanders. Nowhere to go with it, and he's planted. They got him at the 16. Nolan Smith getting his first sack of the year here in week 1.
That was a situation where I think the previous drive, really affected the decision-making there. Coming off a pick, he wasn't about to challenge the coverage. Instead, well, he just took his medicine.
On 2nd down, Sanders to the right, hauled in by Jefferson. And he's going to get this up to the 26 before being taken down.
Okay, when Bill Walsh was implementing the drag route with the 49ers in the 80s, it sounded the same way as it did with Mike Holmgren and me with the Seahawks in the 2000s versus man on a drag route, run away. You see zone coverage, settle down, give your quarterback his numbers, and you can find a completion just like that.
Throw here, 3rd down. Goes right back to Jefferson, complete. And he's not going to make it. They stop him short. They expect a punt coming up here on 4th down.
A gain of 6 yards on the play. Brings up 4th down.
They'll go. It's Sanders. And they don't get the catch they need there. Their hand was forced, Brock. Had to try and go for it, but they turn it over on downs.
You know, Kate, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and that's exactly what they did.
1st and 10 from the 32. Play action here with Rodgers. And this one's going to be picked off, but he dropped it. So almost a one-play drive. Defender couldn't hang on, though, and they're going to feel fortunate coming up on 2nd down now. That throw is looking for Kyle Pitts, and it's going to be 2nd down. All right, still 10 to go here after they almost had an interception on 1st down. Throwing on 2nd, Rodgers. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's able to take this one down to the 25.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
Now Rodgers on his 3rd and short. Defender is there. He knocks it away, and that's going to force fourth down.
I'll tell you what, Kate, challenging this guy in a close game, you are tempting fate. He got one hand on it. He gets two. It could have gone the other way.
Reichert connects there. Hold on, though. There's a flag down here. Although, if this is on the defense, Brock, they're probably just going to decline it and keep that make. Easy call for the officials there. He was offsides at the snap, and that's going to cost him. A chance to get off the field goes by the wayside. The defensive penalty keeps him out there. From the red zone on first. This will fights off a tackle, but he lost the ball. He left the ball behind. The Falcons bring it in. Has room down the left sideline. Hits the 20. And Atlanta will return it for a touchdown. No one else you'd rather have scooping up that loose football. Somebody who could do some damage with it on a return.
Yeah, some poor fortune right there offensively. There was nobody there to, number one, make the recovery, or number two, make a solid tackle on that speedster. Once he got the return going, that fumble was headed all the way home.
Now it's Cameron Dicker on for the extra point. Accuracy perfect there as it's center cut. And they jump ahead by 4. Nice little energy on their sideline after that fumble return scored, and with plenty of energy, he'll send this one away. And he just sends this out and over the end zone, so no threat of a return. They're going to spot the ball up at the 35 to begin this drive. The Steelers with some very good field position as they get set, 1st and 10. Now Rodgers. Throw right side. It's on the turf. The ball's out. He lost it. And the Falcons scoop it up. Well, this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line.
We got a close game here, late on both sides of the ball. They're getting the same message from the coaches. Any play could be the impact. Besides this one. And in this case, how about that? It's a literal impact as the big hit forces a clutch fumble.
And off to Genty. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
You want to see the term read and react with a little video in the football dictionary? That's it.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the Steelers' 45-yard line.
Sanders to throw on second. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Atlanta. So the offense showing a slightly different dimension there, Brock. Getting the running back involved with his hands for the touchdown.
Yeah, such an advantage. I think when you think about it, Kate, it really is about the 80s where we start to see these running backs not just tote the ball as runners. There'll be real weapons when they get the ball in the passing game.
Yeah.
That's well done.
On now is Dixon to kick this one away. Returning it from the 4. He stopped on the run back at the 27.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Offense to the line. They're going to have trips right to start out. Rodgers set to pass. And the first play of the series is going to be an incomplete pass intended for his running back there, and that brings up 2nd down.
Yikes. As that pass falls to the ground, Kate, you kind of just sense their desperation. It's just kind of oozing out of them. Running out of time to start connecting on more of these and really break open the scoring in a way they just have not been able to do so far.
They'll try something else from the 27 this time, 2nd and 10. Now here's Rodgers. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. He dodged the tackle by a man. He's in the clear. And he gets home. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Brian Thomas Jr. with his first of hopefully many more to come this season. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now up to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
And this one, thankfully, not off the mark, because this one is up and through. We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Did not make an effort to even hit the landing zone, Brock. So they're going to gift him a drive starting at the 35. Good starting spot here for the Falcons, Brock. This is 1st and 10. Sanders back to throw. Brought in by his back here. It's Genty. And some good running after the catch. He's able to turn that into a gain of 7 on 1st.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Throwing on 2nd down, it's Sanders. And a big chunk picked up on that play, over 20, and it gets him the 1st.
It's a gain of 23 yards. 1st down, Falcons.
All set to go now from the 35. Shotgun give here to Genty. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2. Well, you've taught me, Brock. Sometimes it works, and sometimes, like there, almost nothing from them as they just run it right into the teeth of that blitz.
The other thing, too, about that success is get ready to see more blitzes. The coordinators love to dial it up.
Defender's there, and he forces the incompletion. Good play to bring about this 3rd down.
I know a DB in the stat sheet loves to see INT and not PBU. But as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible, he does the next best thing and knocks it away.
To the air on 3rd and long. They get to him and they drop him. And that's going to knock them out of field goal range. Derek Brown. And that forces this offense into a 4th and 20. We've reached the end of 3 in our Week 1 opener. It's the Falcons with the football. They're leading, but not by a ton. On now comes their punter. And he's got a good chance to really stick him deep his first time out. And he put just a little too much on this one as it hits in the end zone for a touchback. The Pittsburgh offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. Now it's the first carry for Isaiah Pacheco. And a couple of teammates combining there for the stop after just 1 yard.
That's the kind of yardage that's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now 2nd down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down. To throw, Rodgers. Into the hands of Lamb over the middle. And the stop is made. 1st down coming up. It's a gain of 11.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
Rodgers to throw. That's complete. Isaiah Pacheco. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down.
Kate, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason, where one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
Second down, it's Rodgers. Hitting Olave on the slant. It's a race down the right side. And he can't finish it off in the end zone, but a great effort out of bounds all the way down at the 5. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
Speed kills, baby. You better make that tackle right away on these receivers, or you're going to get some serious yak. Those yards after catch just like that. Taking a short gain and turning it into an explosive play.
From the red zone now. And he will not find the connection on the other end there. Incompletion sets up 2nd down. Well, he connected on 3 straight before that throw, Brock. Might not be perfect anymore on this drive, but they are still moving it well.
And I don't expect that one to interrupt his progress very long. They're still on a mission this series, and he's the one driving it.
Rodgers to throw, 2nd down. Catch made. And he's going to be dropped quickly after making that catch. Gain limited to a couple.
That's good tight coverage right there defensively, but even a better throw on the play. Doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet, but I say to you all the time, Kate, completions, completions, completions.
A big moment for them here to begin this new season. Here's 3rd and goal. Rodgers will look to throw. Oh, he's in trouble. He's not going to get away. Brought down at the 12. It's another one for Anderson. And with a big loss there of 10 yards, it is 4th and goal. A lot of pressure on this kick for Will Reichert. It's a 29-yard look right down the middle for him. Oh, he missed it! The pressure got to him on that short attempt. And this will remain a 4-point game.
It's one of those game management situations, Kate, that people are going to question afterwards. 4th quarter, down by that margin. Yeah, you could question whether you even should have brought the field goal team out. Now with that miss, there's going to be even more criticism.
And he's able to manage a couple on that run. That right there, exactly the type of havoc that a well-designed blitz can cause, Brock. Everyone's so busy picking up their rushers. That D-tackle cleaned up.
Sure did. He gets his one-on-one. He shocks him with those heavy hands, knocks off that blocker, and knocked down that runner.
On 2nd down, Sanders. Brought in left side by Jefferson. This one nearly moves the chains, but he stopped just shy of that marker. 6-yard pickup brings up 3rd down. That brings us to the 2-minute warning in Pittsburgh. Falcons holding a 4-point lead. Third down, 1 yard to go. To the air, Sanders. This one's in range, but it gets knocked away. Couldn't connect, and that brings up 4th down.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to 3rd and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was 3rd and manageable and an incomplete.
Look at them. They don't want to surrender the lead or possession. The offense staying out there on 4. Now 1 second before they call delay a game, a timeout comes in. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. Look at them. They don't want to surrender the lead or possession. The offense staying out there on 4. Here he is to throw. Pass brought in by Watson. And they're going to get this first down with ease, Brock. A pickup of about 8 as they convert on 4th down. Now we get another stoppage here. Just 1:52 remaining. The defense burns a timeout. First down now. Ball at the 33. They give up the guts. It's Genty. And a good gain here. 11 yards it looks like. That's going to pick up a first. Sure seems like running at a blitzing defense shouldn't work out too often, Brock, but right there it did nicely for him.
Yeah, football's kind of a funny game, Kate, because it can be super complex. Yeah. You get into a lot of language and a lot of detail, and then other times, like, just run away from the blitz. Just run away from it, and good things can happen.
Pittsburgh will go ahead and use its second timeout. And they'll have just one left to burn now. They break the huddle. It's second down now. Straight ahead with Genty. And he finds just enough daylight for a 5-yard gain. It's third down. The Steelers use their third and final timeout. That's all they had, so the offense free to start running the clock down now. On third down, Genty. And this one does not get close. He stopped after 3, and that's going to bring up 4th down. Punting unit out now. Michael Dixon will kick it away. And they get to this one inside the 10. Looks like they stopped it right at the 9-yard line. Starting out trips right here. 1st and 10. Back to throw. Finds a seam down the middle. And he stops the clock there, off to a fantastic start, up beyond the 30. They managed 22 on the rip and a first down.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him, only to drop your hips, cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Timeout called by Atlanta. That's going to be its second. And they're still going to have one left at their disposal. Time not on their side here as they get set for first down. No timeouts remaining either. He'll look to throw it. That could be it, folks. It's intercepted. And the Falcons make the play that should win them this game. No timeouts remaining here, partner, so they can just run out this clock. They drop to a knee, and what little time we have left here is going to tick down. So the Falcons will